Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about J. Scott Campbell because apparently J. Scott Campbell can't catch a break with these weirdos. So everybody knows J. Scott Campbell's amazing, beautiful artwork, and everybody knows J. Scott Campbell's iconic Mary Jane Watson 601 Amazing Spider-Man cover that people love, and I've seen it redone so many times it's not even funny. Um, and apparently, the Tumblr artist named Non-Binary Fan decided that they were going to fix J. Scott Campbell's art and stuff like that. And J. Scott Campbell decided to respond to it. And I think it's brilliant how he responded to it, to be honest. Most artists would love for their work to be critiqued by a famous artist like him anyway. Like, his work is beautiful. He draws women and he draws men beautiful. And he's a commercial artist. And I think it's very well done. But the thing that kills me is because, we do have art fixers and stuff like that. And I've been semi guilty for fixing art, but not like that, if that makes sense. Because um everybody knows that prior to this, Brian Hitch got mad that people were talking about his artwork because he screwed up the hairline for a black character. And it's been a critique that he's been having for a while about, when he draws his black characters, their hairline is always receding, which is just a simple put a line right here, fill it in with black, call it a day or whatever. And of course, Twitter had made fun of the thing, turned into a meme, and was joking around. He got upset, which started the whole crazy nonsense of stuff like that. So Hitch and what people be doing to J. Scott Campbell is completely different, because nobody's really going back and fixing Hitch's work, because it's not like his work needs fixing. It's just, hey, next time put a hairline, and then here's how you would do it. Like, just, if you need help, here's a black picture of a black character. There are pictures of the characters if you really wanted to see. So there's really no excuse of Brian Hitch keep drawing a hairline messed up. You get what I'm saying? Compared to, oh, J. Scott Campbell's work is beautiful and stuff like that, but yet you got these weirdos. Women and men shouldn't be sexy. They don't need to be showing midriff. They don't need to be showing behind. They don't need to be showing hips. They don't need to be showing breasts. They don't need to be in these epic poses or whatever and stuff like that. That is completely the problem with these quote unquote new age art fixes, because again, once again, because Dan Slott was talking about, don't fix people's artwork, it doesn't get you enough. First off, shut up. You just right. You shut up. You ain't got a dog in a fight with this one. Okay, so you shut up, because for the past couple of years, Marvel wants to get rid of artwork like J. Scott Campbell that people love, and they want to get people like that Tumblr weirdo who was trying to fix. They want those kind of people to do that kind of artwork and stuff like that, where there's no dynamic for the women. The women don't look appealing. They look plumpy. They look either fat. They just look like they just gave up on the world. Like, there's been plenty of recent comic book artwork that quote unquote professionals, and I'm talking about the ones that they got nowadays, that they draw the work, but the work looks hot mess, and then you get mad when there are edits or fix on it. Well, guess what? Your work is horrible. Like it or not, I understand people don't like that sometimes, and I'm not trying to say what's right or what's wrong or whatever, but comic books is a commercial. It's commercial. You get what I'm saying? So, as an artist, wouldn't you want to draw your characters, and wouldn't you want to draw this stuff to appeal the broader audience? Like, think about it. Some of the most famous comic book artists nowadays are just stuck to doing variants, and that's about it. because they don't want these artists to do interior, because Marvel, DC, whoever don't want to pay them that kind of money anymore. That's why we get sloppy artwork. That's why we get the new Warriors. That's why we get the stupid Captain America characters. That's why we get the de-evolutionized of She-Hulk or whatever. All J. Scott Campbell is doing is proving what's wrong with the comic book industry in general. And for, you know, people to try to get mad that he is correcting the fixes, well, I mean, he's giving a taste to somebody else. Somebody who decided that J. Scott Campbell's work wasn't good anymore needed to fix it. You get what I'm saying? This isn't where J. Scott Campbell's been doing terrible artwork throughout the years and everybody was like, bruh, your artwork is horrible or whatever, stuff like that. Because there are some artists out there, some comic book artists out there that work is garbage on garbage all the time, and yet Marvel, DC, and whoever still hires them, and people are literally telling you, hey, we don't like this. Like, for instance, I remember one comic book that I picked up. What was it? Oh, yes. Infinite Frontier Secret Files, the one with Calvin Ellis. That artwork was garbage. I don't care what nobody say. Garbage. It's garbage to me. And it just feels like the person didn't care. And that's what I'm seeing more often than not. If it's not a name brand character, if it's not Spider-Man, if it's not Batman, if it's not Superman, if it's not Wonder Woman, 9 times out of 10, the rest of the comic book art, the rest of the comic books, most of them be looking like who did it, what for, and why not. And you just be like, God, can we get something good or whatever and stuff like that. But the problem is with the whole J. Scott Campbell and these new art fixes is these art fixers are the ones going back, taking amazing, beautiful artwork that sells, that actually sells more so than the new crap that's out today, that sells, and trying to go back and fix them. Well, this needs covering up because the woman wanted to look like that. You need to make her fuller because she's just too skinny, or where's her organs and all that kind of stuff, or he's too muscular or whatever and stuff like that. His hips wouldn't be like who? Why are we doing this kind of nonsense? And then when you're getting clapped back from it, you want to get mad or whatever, or just like with non-binary, when he quote unquote fixed the Mary Jane Watson, he's like, I just tried my best or whatever. I tried to do, I did it better than the original artist or whatever, but you know, don't look too close. Don't really say, don't really think about certain things or whatever, and try not to critique really hard on me because I was just trying or whatever. Wait. So you're insecure with your own artwork, but you decided that J. Scott Campbell's work needed to be fixed. So you fixed his work. Then you didn't really want the criticism you got. Then you got the criticism from J. Scott Campbell, deleted your account. And then prior to that, you had a little thing where you was like, you don't want people to take your artwork and fix it and don't want criticism. What? That doesn't make any logical sense. So it was okay for you to go and take J. Scott Campbell's artwork and fix it. Okay. I mean, I'm not a professional myself, but I mean, like, if I'm gonna take a professional artwork and I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna fix it, I should be prepared for clapback from it. You get what I'm saying? Or whatever and stuff like that. Like, when I was talking about the new Warriors, and I guess this person was trying to defend the new Warriors style or whatever, and you know, they went through my art account and was like, all your work is awful too, and I was like, yep, because I'm not professional. So okay. And it was like, I shouldn't be talking. Yeah, I do have the right to talk because it's a comic book that I was thinking about reading. The characters are sloppy. The artist literally did terrible artwork. Like, it doesn't take a genius artist to come out and say, hey, these characters were terrible because the new Warriors were jokes. I never said that I was a professional. And one thing I'm not going to do, I'm not going to take on a giant like J. Scott Campbell, Alex Ross, Jim Lee, you know what I'm saying, and be like, well, I'm going to take their work and I'm going to fix it. No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works at all. I mean, you can do redraws or whatever, but we're talking about people that's been in the art industry for years on years that always getting their work fixed because people don't like the characters looking beautiful, to be honest, compared to, oh, here's some sloppy character designs that we're coming up with because reasonings. All right, sure. But I'm just saying in general that art fixes can be good, art fixes can be bad. People do redraws all the time or whatever and stuff like that. And yes, we should focus on our own artwork, whatever, but it's getting to the point where the quote unquote art fixers, the ones that are on Tumblr and Twitter, really are the ones that don't like what the comic book industry used to be anyway. They have a problem with everything about the characters to begin with, especially when it comes to the women. The women needs to be covered up. Their suit is impractical. They don't look, they shouldn't be looking like that. Women wouldn't be dressed like that. Why she got high heels on? Why she has an ass? Why she have hips? Why she have boobs? Why is she so muscular? I mean, why is she so, curvaceous and all that kind of stuff? Those are the kind of weirdos that loves to fix quote unquote artwork all the time, instead of, people who do redraws or reimagines of characters or something like that. Because I mean, like I said, I've been watching a whole bunch of videos when people redrew the new Warriors, and they were better than the artist because it was sloppy. It was sloppy work. Get mad all you want to. Sloppy work is sloppy work. The same thing with the She-Hulk thing, or the same thing with I Am Not Starfire. This is stuff that people don't want, but yet Marvel, DC, and the comic book industry in general, that's the stuff they want to push out to people that people don't want. And the stuff that they do want to push out, the stuff that people do want is the stuff that they want to criticize the most and say that it's a problem. That makes no logical sense. Don't you want people to buy these comic books? Don't you want people to buy these books? Yes. Okay then. So instead of just hiring J. Scott Campbell for just covers, how about interiors? I'm telling you, he would sell. I bet you if you put J. Scott Campbell on Captain Marvel and he did covers and interior, I bet you that book will sell. Put him on a 6-issue run. Put him on a 6-issue run. I bet you it'll sell. Yeah. It would sell. Hell, I'll even buy the Captain Marvel comic book. And I don't even like the character. The character's trash, but because the work is so beautiful, how you think Superman with Brian Michael Bendis work, like Ivan Reyes' work was so goddamn beautiful, but good God, Brian Michael Bendis' work was trash though. But it sold because Ivan Reyes' work was beautiful. His interiors were just so beautiful. And that's the thing. We say a lot of these comic books are awful or whatever, but if the interior is beautiful, it still kind of sells. It sells more so than, okay, so J. Scott Campbell did about 16 variant art covers for Captain Marvel, but Captain Marvel's interior artist did sloppy work, so people are just buying the his variant covers instead of buying a book. So it gets initial boost in variant whatever, I guess number 1 or variant 258 if the comic book even goes that long. And he did like 8 of them. People are going to buy 8 of them. So then you're going to see a spike in that one. And as soon as he's off of those those variant covers or whatever, and the next comic book comes out and it doesn't have any variants by him, guess what? It drops all the way down. It takes literally a 90% drop. People are telling you what they like. It's always funny that the variant covers of these comic books are selling more so than the comic books themselves, because once you get those artists, once you get those certain artists and you have those variant covers that shows these characters in amazing poses that look good, that feel heroic, that look heroic or whatever, stuff like that, that is what people want. But DC and Marvel and whoever else, they don't want that kind of stuff. So you don't get those sales. And it's always funny that we always have people criticizing that kind of work, the work that people actually love, the stuff that used to attract people to comic books a long time ago. You know, I'm sorry, if you don't like it, guess what? Just like you always tell us, it's not made for you. Guess what? It's not made for you. Because it's always funny how I'm always hearing about these people that never really like comic books to begin with, but they always have issues with all of the things that classic comic book fans loved about comic books. And they came in because it's the people that are the supposedly art fixers are the same ones, are some of the few that are working for Marvel and DC right now, that came in and changed everything about the comic book industry that we love. They fixed something that wasn't fixed at all. That didn't need fixing, really. And now look at it. Trash work, barely any sales. Nobody hardly wants to deal with anything. And what? You cul-de-sacted that kind of audience. The audience that complained about what's good about the comic books from the beginning, from the get-go. Now you get a professional artist that actually does beautiful artwork that sells 500 times more than anything of current DC and Marvel. You get him to draw something beautiful, and then you got folks criticizing it because they don't like it because the characters are too beautiful. Make it make sense, though. Make it make sense. I'm sorry, I just don't understand. I'm not saying, look, if you want to fix people's artwork, know that you're going to get some criticism from it. Don't get mad that you mess with the hornet's nest and then think not to get stung by the hornets. I'm sorry. Like I said, there was plenty of people that at the time did the She-Hulk redraw thing, did the New Warriors thing, did those Captain America redraws, and even the legendary Rob Liefeld's Captain America big old chest thing. What the hell, Marvel released that? How many redraws have that been? And it's a funny meme now. It's funny to actually see how many redraws it is of it, because a lot of people done it better than Rob Liefeld. Yes, Rob was in the thingy, but at the same time, it was a screwed up art piece. I'm sorry, if you didn't like it, it is what it is, But to get mad because women are looking sexy or men are looking attractive, that's crazy, because comic books should be about appealing people. Like, I want to read books of the superheroes looking good. I don't want to see fat ass superheroes trying to save the day. That's not appealing. That's nothing appealing to me. For if you want that, that's indie stuff. That, to me, that's an indie thing or whatever. But when you're talking about mainstream, when we're dealing with characters like Spider-Man, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Avengers, Justice League, all of those kind of characters, I expect those characters to look good. I don't expect them to look like who did it, what for, and why not. And that's what's been happening. But hey, I'm for it. I think what J. Scott Campbell did is sufficient, and I think a lot of those Twitter weirdos and Tumblr weirdos who wants to quote unquote fix beautiful art to make it realism or make it better or whatever needs to get told, like, no, that's not how it works. If you want to do your own stuff, do your own stuff, but understand that comic books are commercial pieces. They're not there for your realistic needs. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But those are just my opinions. Those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.